Good morning. My name is Jeff Gillman. I'm the director of the UNC Charlotte Botanical Gardens. And today we're just going to take a quick walk around. I haven't seen you guys for a few weeks. I hope you're all doing well. We'll do a quick walk around, quick tour. A lot of things are going on. Number one big thing is that on Tuesday of this coming week, we are actually opening our greenhouse doors again. So we can't wait to have you guys come through the greenhouse and say hi to us. That said, whoa, look at all this stuff going on out here that you're going to be able to see really, really soon. The pitcher plants are looking absolutely amazing. The flowers on the pitcher plant, you guys know what the flowers on the pitcher plant looks like, right? Look at that. Don't they look good? The bees crawl in here, get all messed up with pollen, leave here, go to another flower. The Venus flytraps. Oh, look at these guys. They're all open and waiting for some flies to pop in. The sundews are looking really good. Look at that. They've got their little stickiness there. Let me see if we can see some of that stickiness right here. Can you see that? All right. So, things are popping. Over in the greenhouses themselves, things are also starting to appear. Wow, look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Over here, our starfruit plant is starting to flower. So the starfruit's going to look, well, looks good now. And pretty soon it's going to be producing starfruit for us. Papaya, as usual, gets chopped down about once a year. But ooh, the bat flower is showing off. Take a look at the bat flower. That looks great. Now, something I want to show you over here. We are reaching peak bloom for our theobroma, for our chocolate tree. Take a look at those tiny flowers all along the trunk of the tree. And then those little bitty flowers grow up to be, look at those chocolate pods. My goodness. So pretty soon you're going to get to see all of this stuff in person again. And we also have, for those of you who like to look down instead of up, pineapples. And the pineapples are popping. Over in the other part of the greenhouse, we do have a bud on our Titan elm, on our corpse flower. Is it going to be a flower? We have absolutely no idea. I got to be honest, I'm not really optimistic. It's probably just going to be a big vegetative flower. But, you know, it could be. It could be a flower, or a big vegetative, I'm sorry, not flower, big vegetative leaf. But it could be a flower, so we'll see soon. All right, let's head outside, take a quick walk around. The corner garden looks good. Tammy has been spending a lot of... My mic is fuzzy?
It's attached too close to your shirt.
It probably is attached too close to the shirt. You know what? I'll just hold it like this. Hopefully it won't be quite as fuzzy. Is that better?
And thank you for saying that.
Yeah, okay. All right. So the corner garden, Tammy Bloom put most of this together. Looks really good today. Have some kufia over here. I love the kufia because look at all the bees. And they want to be patted. Oh, pat the bees. It's a good morning for patting the bees. See, they get so enamored with the kufia that they just let me, you know, pat their backs and their little heads, and they're so cute. It's almost like, you know, it's almost like little kittens or puppies. Good morning. Oh my. Look at this, like the garden expands, you know. Forget the edges, we're moving out. Alright. Alright, let's head across. Let's head across real quick to Harwood. And speed down the hill. It's always interesting this time of year because so many things that were blooming earlier in the year aren't anymore. I mean, look at our winter honeysuckle. It still looks great, but now all those flowers are gone, and it's just, yeah, it's still a pretty green lump, but it's kind of turned into a green lump. Our camellias, at this point, we might find the odd camellia flower as we go through the gardens, but generally speaking, the camellias are finished at this point. Look at their thing. Let's see. Alright, well, I'll try and talk at the camera a little bit more.
I also don't think we turned the Wi-Fi off.
Oh. Okay.
Do it while we're on it. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, we're still there.
Alright, hopefully we're still there. Now, the hydrangeas look just great. Nice blues, and of course you guys know why hydrangeas are blue, right? Hydrangeas are blue because of aluminum. Now you might think it's because of pH, and it's only indirectly because of pH. pH certainly affects their color, but they get their color because of the availability of aluminum in the soil, and more acidic pHs, the aluminum is more available, and so that's when they turn blue. All right. Now one thing that is kind of new that's going on out in the gardens is that we are working on the Carolina Garden Trail. And we'll head up here right now to the Carolina Garden Trail, and you can see some of the stuff they're doing on the Carolina Garden Trail. Oh my goodness, look at the Rose of Sharon. Hibiscus. Look at that. Now just to give you guys a little bit of a botany lesson, this is in the Malvaceae. Okay, that's the family. And the Malvaceae always has this little thing along the female part of the plant. This is the male part of the plant, and this is, what do you call it? This is only in the Malvaceae where you have this all of your stamens growing along essentially the pistil. It's actually a specific word for this, and I'm forgetting the word, but you have all these male parts growing along the pistil, and that's, again, indicative of the Malvaceae, that group. All right, now over here, we are working on the Carolina Garden Trail. Now you're not allowed to step over that line unless you're with me, so stick close. Alright. We are starting to put a lot of stuff over here. This is actually going to be a water feature. We're going to have a little fountain. And it's going to be made with a millstone, so that's going to be really cool. It's going to be going in soon. We're busy digging out the walkway, but along the walkway, we've already planted a few things. Now, the rabbits have eaten most of our sweet potatoes. Sweet potato, of course, being the state vegetable of North Carolina. But we have sweet potatoes. They're up there. We have a pecan tree. Pecan tree, of course, a native of the southeast. Moving along here, we have potatoes. We also have cotton planted. We've started to till this area, and very soon we're going to be actually terracing this area, so there will be 3 different levels over here. And we'll actually be doing that in the next couple of weeks. This is going to be our area for growing rice. Rice is a very important crop in the Carolinas. You've heard of Carolina gold, but over here, until that place is fully dug out, we have our rice growing right here. Now, peaches have been in the Carolinas for a long time. Right here, you'll see a very early peach tree, or early variety, and by early I mean we're talking a variety that you might see actually in the 1700s. And then over, as we walk further down the trail, a little bit further down the trail, you'll actually find one of the most famous peaches of the late 19th century, and that is the Alberta peach right here. And I hope you guys have heard of the Alberta peach. The Alberta peach was started by Samuel Rumpf. His wife's name was actually Alberta, so that's why it's called the Alberta peach. And it's famous because it was a harder peach, so you could actually stack it and it wouldn't bruise. Before that, most of your peaches bruised. Rumpf was also very important because he's the guy who invented, or I shouldn't say invented, but he modified the refrigerated rail car to ship peaches. Peaches were not a really important southern crop until Rumpf came along with the Alberta peach and the refrigerated rail car. Okay? When those came along, well, let's just say Rumpf made a lot of money. All right. And the center for peach production moved. It actually moved from Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, down to the southern states, including Georgia and actually both of the Carolinas. Of course, most of your peach production today is in the West. All right, moving down. This, of course, is our new and modified area of the garden. For some of you, you'll remember the red covered bridge. That was destroyed by a falling tree about a year and a half ago. But we did save the centerpieces of that bridge, and we still have those. Now, one of the parts of the garden that is looking really good right now is the native terrace. The native terrace, of course, has a lot of perennials. And this is the time of year when those summer perennials just really start popping. So we're seeing a bunch of Monarda. Our Joe Pieweed is just starting to go now. Salvias are starting to pop. Mountain mints are coming up. If you know Stokes Aster, Stokesia, that looks really good right now. Or Baptisia, false indigo. The mints are really starting to look good right now. Things like horse mint. Again, Monarda or your bee balm looks great. One of the best places in the garden. You know what? Let me walk you there. In fact, we'll end there today. Let's walk to this place. I'm going to take you to a place that, so crowds. We've been having a lot of people come into the gardens recently. It has been great. But one of the things that I think is really amusing is that these people stay out in these big populated areas, and they seem to want to be in groups, which maybe after what we've all been through, we want to be in these groups. But I like the quieter places in the garden, so I'm going to show you one of the quietest places in the garden. Oh, look at this little thread-waisted guy. This, by the way, this plant is called Rattlesnake Master. Look at that thread-waisted waspman. He wants to be patted. Oh, he's had a long day, and he needs to be stroked on his back. There we go. He feels better now. Okay. This is one of the best places in the garden, and it's a place where nobody goes, and I just don't get it. This is Silver Bell Circle. It's well shaded. There's this huge silver bell here. There's some more rattlesnake master, which has gotten too heavy for itself right here. And there are these little stones all around where you can sit. Moss on the ground. I do not understand why this area doesn't have more people here. That said, it's one of my favorite places, and as long as you guys don't come here, I'll just spend all my time here alone. Actually, it sounds kind of nice. That might be my morning this morning, just hanging out here. All right. Well, it has been great talking with you all today. I hope you had a nice little tour. It's kind of short today. Oh, Hypericum behind you. Let's see the Hypericum. Looks good today. All right. And you know what? That is a great shot to end with. Why don't you get a shot of one of those bees on the Hypericum, and you can take us out. Thank you all for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.